A large number of Toyota Mark X owners never cease to praise the reliability, power, and unpretentiousness of not only the Mark's power units, but also all Japanese engines in principle. However, the 3-liter unit from the car in question has one weak point: the risk of loss of compression in the 5th cylinder due to factory miscalculations by Toyota engineers. But this problem concerns more car owners who do not really like to monitor the oil level in the engine. Another weakness of the car is the premature failure of the starter brushes. Although this is not a serious and expensive breakdown, their frequent replacement causes some trouble for many owners due to the complexity of the location of the starter. Like many Japanese cars, this car loves to eat butter. In principle, this is not a big problem, because its normal consumption is only 0.5 liters per 1,000 kilometers. But, due to the fact that many owners forget about the need to monitor the oil level, a gradual decrease in its level negatively affects the overall condition of the engine and, ultimately, can lead to serious consequences. A frequent breakdown of machines of this model is rapid wear and failure of the generator brushes. This is not to say that this is a big problem, but an unexpected loss of battery charge while on the road can greatly upset the owner. The problem can be treated by simply replacing the unit. Fortunately, its cost is several hundred rubles. The owner of a Toyota Mark X is no longer surprised by constant oil leaks from under the shock absorber strut seals. You just need to accept the design flaws of this unit and try not to subject it to heavy loads in order to at least slightly extend its service life. Many owners of used cars note that in trim levels for which a multifunction steering wheel is provided, it responds very poorly to commands, and sometimes even refuses to work at all. The problem can only be cured by completely replacing the steering wheel, or repairing the copper ring responsible for transmitting signals to the audio system. During the winter months, it can take up to half an hour to warm up the car at idle to operating temperature, which is very annoying for many owners. This disease is caused by the fact that the thermostat opens too early, and the volume of coolant, especially for versions with a 3.5-liter engine, is very large. Another malfunction that can cause severe discomfort to the owner is incorrect engine operation and increased fuel consumption due to the failure of the so-called lambda probes. This problem appears on runs of more than 70,000 kilometers and is solved by completely replacing the sensor. Problems with operating the Toyota Mark X can also include excessively weak brakes. This design flaw was eliminated only on the restyled versions of the 2nd generation of this model. The rest of the owners have to be content with what they have, or install brake calipers from other cars. Main disadvantages of Toyota Mark X: poor sound insulation of the wheel arches, which is why the rumble of the wheels can be clearly heard in the cabin. Right-hand drive. Quite high fuel consumption. Low quality of materials and overall interior assembly. Rigid suspension. Low ground clearance. Low traffic. High requirements for fuel quality. Poor headlights. Weak stove. High tax due to powerful engine. What bad thing can be said about a full-size sedan produced specifically for the Japanese market? Everyone knows that the Japanese have always reserved only the best for internal use, and this car was no exception. And although the Toyota Mark X is not without its shortcomings, its advantages over its competitors significantly exceed them. And if you also install left-hand drive on it, as many domestic craftsmen do, this sedan will truly have no price.